Yeah, see, it's working. Yay, I hope so. Okay. Welcome to Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, my name is Mackenzie.
I'm Kevin.
And we work for the Student Activities Office at Sonoma State University. And we're here to talk to you about fundraising and money.
Totally.
Yeah,
and how CSOs, which are charter student organizations.
Oh, I didn't know this was a pen.
That is what it means,
Wow,
actually. Yeah.
I learned something.
Wow, you look for slides.
I do. I just chose the acronym.
But anyways, we're here to talk about how clubs can go ahead and manage their finances and then go ahead and get money to make some cool expenses.
Yeah, so we did this last Tuesday, the 17th, I think it was. I don't know, sometime this past week. And we had a couple of organizations there. We had the cheer team. We had... What did we... Is today the 17th?
Today's the 16th.
Today's the 16th. I'm in the future.
Yeah,
so
I was like, hold on a second.
This happened Tuesday. But
Yeah.
we had a couple of organizations. We had the cheer team there. We had the ping pong team there.
Ping pong
we
club.
had ping pong club. We had...
InterVarsity.
InterVarsity. We also had the gentlemen of Sigma Lambda Beta. So we're going to be talking about their ideas throughout this process and a few of our own. So, welcome to Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is. We started off this activity with some brainstorming. So we're going to go through and give hypothetical amounts of money and then some ideas that these organizations came up with.
Yeah.
So, we started with $500. We had things like cheer mats.
Right. A ping pong table.
A ping pong table and some scholarships maybe.
Yeah.
Info like
Just
that.
things that CSOs really wanted to purchase but didn't have the funds to do so. Something kind of a little minor, I guess.
Yeah, a
it
little
depends.
smaller, $500.
Yeah.
It's something to do something with, but
Right.
not tons. So then we gave them $1,000. That's a little bit more.
Totally.
We had more cheer mats.
Double the ping pong table.
we had definitely a lot more money to deal with, so we had a lot more things to buy, bigger events to host, things like that. And then we went up to $5,000. We had events being hosted.
We had a lot more charity events, more scholarships, putting on fundraisers to go ahead and give out money to charity, I believe, or maybe raise more money for their own CSO. I don't know.
Using the money to raise money, which
Right.
is kind of cool, I thought, clever. Yeah, so then we kind of did that for a purpose. We wanted to mention that a big part of managing money is setting a budget, and then to set a budget, you kind of want to have a goal for what you want. So that's kind of where we started with that. So Kevin, let's talk about a budget a little bit. What is a budget?
Totally. So a budget is something that's going to go ahead and let you keep track of your finances, which is super important. Knowing you can't really know what you can spend until you know what you have, and so being able to manage your money and see exactly where you are, you can also figure out where you want to be, how much you need to bring in order to go ahead and make your goals.
Yeah.
And so it just makes all these things, I guess, feasible. And if you may have goals, but if you don't know how close you are to achieving them, or if they're even attainable, then you have no idea where you are. And so a budget can really help you figure out where you are, where you want to be, and how to get there.
Yeah, definitely. So a big part about spending money is having it, like you said. So
Totally.
We talked about these resources on campus, or these resources you can use yourself. We talked about fundraising. I put that word fun in there for a reason. You want activities that people go spend their money on to be fun and exciting. So fundraising. And then, do you want to tell us a little bit about grants?
Yeah, so grants is another great way to go ahead and raise money for your charter student organization. The money is here for you, so use it. Not a lot of CSOs take advantage of it, and so, but it is a great way to go ahead and get money. We have $42,000 budgeted for the year.
Wow.
There's lots of ways in which you can use it, and so go ahead, read the policy, and then apply for it, because like I said, it's your money, use it.
Or just come in and ask him questions.
That works too.
He loves questions.
Totally.
The third thing that we kind of mentioned was dues, and I mentioned it last because Kevin suggested once before that if you've tried the other two things and
Right.
those haven't really worked out for you, then maybe it's time to start charging dues, right?
Right. Because dues, a lot of people are afraid that if you start charging students to go ahead and be a part of your organization, you're going to lose members. But it's a lot easier, as you just said, to justify dues if you've already gone through other outlets of revenue. And so if you're fundraising, if you're applying for grants and you still don't have enough to achieve your goals, I have a feeling those goals are pretty cool. And so if you're putting on a service for the students and like I said, if you're going through other revenues or other outlets of revenue, then dues aren't necessarily a bad thing, and they're not too hard to justify if you're trying to reach some cool goals.
Right. So, and then one thing we also wanted to mention before we kind of got into a little bit more was prioritizing your goals. So you can have short-term goals with like flyers or pizza for meetings or other things.
Right. Anything really.
And then there's more long-term goals. Like t-shirts are actually really expensive, and if you're buying them as a club, you want to have that as a goal. Field trips, going to the zoo, maybe for like the biology club or something. So working on goals for yourself, and maybe sometimes even at clubs host banquets at the end of the year. So it's raising money for stuff like that, and you want to make sure you have short-term, long-term, in-term, everything kind of goals.
And a budget can totally help you out with this too. I mean, if you prioritize your expenses, your budget can tell you exactly how close you are to them, and as I said earlier, like where you need to be in order to reach these prioritized goals.
Yeah, so in order to kind of tie this all together, we came up with an example. So, welcome to Comic Book Club.
That's right. You're all a part of it now.
You're welcome. I am the president, and my friend Kevin here is the treasurer. We are Superwoman and Superman because those just look really cool. So welcome to the club. We've apparently been around for a while because we have an established budget.
Yes, we do.
We have some big numbers in here. I'm going to have Kevin kind of walk through it a little bit, explain it a little bit more.
Totally. So this is our budget for the fall. And I actually, before I get into it, I pulled this off of OrgSync. Our previous vice president of finance, Adam, he actually, to help CSOs out, he put up a sample budget, and it's really cool. It has all the formulas in there, and it's a great way to go ahead and start creating your own budget. And so you can just download that and into Excel, and it's like I said, it's a great start. And so I literally that's what I did. I pulled this off of there, and I just tweaked it to make it Comic Book Club's unique thing. And so it's a really great way to go ahead and start figuring out where you are. So we have our projected areas of revenue, and you go through and you can say we project to budget, or we budget this much. That's how much we expect to bring in. We actually brought in X amount of dollars, and you can see the variance or the change between the budget and the actuals. And you just go through and you can figure out which expenses. So not everyone is going to have all the expenses. You go ahead and just tweak it to yourself. But we went ahead and kept a lot of the expenses there, just for show. And so, but yeah, this is our budget, Comic Book Club. We're doing great things.
Yeah, we are. And I think a good part about doing this is maybe keeping track of what you're spending money on in the beginning, because if you don't have a budget, a good way to just start keeping track is how much money you're spending, so that way you can like project it in the future.
Right.
So.
I mean, for example, if you, like I said, we budgeted $350 for food. We spent $345. Maybe we should either A, budget more money for food, or not buy any more food.
Not buy any more food.
So, but it's a great way, yeah. So you see all these things, you lay it out, and then you can see your balance at the bottom and figure out where you are for the rest of your goals.
Yeah, and as long as that's a positive number, I think we're good.
Yeah, that's not a bad start.
So, we have this great budget and stuff, but we actually have a goal for the Comic Book Club. We really, really want to go to Comic-Con 2016. Woo!
Comic-Con!
So, I was really excited. I ruined the surprise last time, so I just wanted to share that with you all.
Yep.
So, Comic-Con 2016. So, we kind of sat as a group and we had the individuals at the meeting kind of go through ideas that they might have to help us achieve our goal, because this is a big step. It's travel, it's like expenses, it's dues, it's hotel rooms, it's everything. So we had some ideas. They were suggesting comic book sells, so selling them. What other things did they have?
I know there's a lot.
We should have written them down. I think Danielle did, but that's okay. So we had tons of other ideas. So we wanted to just kind of emphasize that a big part of raising money is being creative. You don't want to have these like cookie cutter, run of the mill fundraisers where everyone's going to eat. And I mean, yes, you can only eat Chipotle so many times. So you really need to think outside the box and create those experiences. It's all about utilizing places around your town where you live. So here we have Scandia. You could maybe do donate $1 more to their price and it goes towards yours for like mini golf or whatever, or using rebounders or roller rinks, or there's a wide variety.
There's so much, and it's great to brainstorm.
Yeah, but we're all about creating experiences, so we just wanted to emphasize that. So we went through as a staff and we kind of came up with some more ideas. So making people into their own comic book character and selling them for $10.
Totally, like caricatures.
Yeah, I mean, we made ourselves into Superman and Superwoman, so that's kind of cool, but not the same thing. My face is on it. It's probably much cooler.
Right.
Yeah. So, sell comic books or work with a comic book store for a readathon. There's a comic book store in Santa Rosa, so if we were to partner with them while selling comic books, then that'd be a good source of revenue.
Or even off of that, a scholar or like a sponsorship.
A
That's
sponsorship. That's a good word.
Yeah, scholarship in my head. No, sponsorship. Maybe the comic book store will sponsor your club.
Yeah, it's great. And then have a comic themed dance or host your own type of Comic-Con. So people love to dress up in costumes, especially comic book costumes, because you feel like all strong and super. And so just working with your campus and hosting dances or something like that. And then maybe invite a group of speakers to talk about comic book structure, writing comic books, or even drawing lessons. So who doesn't want to learn how to draw?
Right.
Right? That's kind of cool. It's all about comics. So, how to plan a fundraiser. Work together, brainstorm, and plan. We sat there and we talked about so many ideas about different philanthropies they could put on, different fundraisers they could put on, and then we also mentioned maybe work together, because if you come up with these big ideas, it helps to have someone to help you plan it and put it together. Plan early so you can enjoy it later. I mean, if Kevin and I really want to go to Comic-Con, then we really want to go to Comic-Con and enjoy it, not stressed about spending that money. So the more we fundraise, the less we have to worry about spending money, right?
Totally.
Right. So work together with other organizations. More people equals more success. One of the organizations was talking about doing a haunted house, and then we suggested do it with other organizations on campus. It was they were a fraternity on campus, so working with other Greek members, working with either options are endless. Just work together.
Literally.
And ask for help. Kevin's here, I'm here, Slice is here. We just love helping money's nice. Learning how to budget and learning how to get it is really important.
Yeah, we also had that form that had all the cool
fundraising ideas, right?
Yeah, so definitely come pick that up. I don't know if you could put it on OrgSync or not.
I could probably upload it to OrgSync. I think.
But either way, yeah, it was just this form that had a ton of creative fundraising ideas.
Lots of ideas. Maybe we'll put it as an attachment to this link, because we are getting techy with this stuff.
Yeah, no kidding.
Woo! Alright, so a couple of takeaways to remember. A budget is your friend. Your best friend.
Yeah.
Keep it up to date. Keep it modern. Keep it hip. So work on that. Set a goal for your club. T-shirts, field trips, banquets, Comic-Con. Have a goal so you can work towards it. And be creative with your fundraisers.
I love that. Fun.
Have fun with them. Create experiences. Take
Seriously.
those pictures.
Definitely.
You don't always need a picture with a burrito, you know? Maybe you should do it at, like, roller rink. Work together. Brainstorming in groups leads to more success. Also, working in groups leads to more success. So, that was kind of where we resolved it. We had questions, last thoughts. No one really had any questions or last thoughts. But, you know...
but if you have any questions, feel free to...
stop by the Slice office.
Yeah, whether it be with budgeting, grants, fundraising, whatever it may be, we're here for you, so definitely come.
Yeah.
Come reach out to us.
Awesome. The next blueprint is October 27th, Applying Your Leadership Style to the Future. It's actually in the Career Center on campus, so stop by if you can make it. Blueprint is all about building organizations from the ground up, so we're all about here to help you be successful. So, that's it. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for listening.
I hope you have a great rest of your day, or night, you know.
Whatever it may be.
Bye.